I don't believe on this channel I've ever talked about one of my favorite shows of all time, and that is Dexter. A while back, like I was in high school when I first started watching Dexter, and I was blown away. I mean, the show was fantastic. Season 1 blew me away. Season 2 fucking blew me out of the water. Season 3 was fine. That was the Miguel Prado one, right? It was all right. It was pretty good. It was, it wasn't as good as season 1 or 2, which were fantastic. And then season 4 pulled my pants down and blew me. You know what I'm saying? And then season 5, I was like, hey, this is kind of, this is all right. And then season 6, I was like, and then season 7, I was like, ugh. And then season 8, I was like, oh my God, kill me. Kill me. And, that's not Dexter's fault necessarily. Well, I mean, it is Dexter's fault. But that's Dexter died the death of every single TV show that makes money before it. Unless your name is Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. And some other ones that may not be as popular. But the show made some money. Made a lot of money. Made too much money for its own good. Kept going until they ran out of shit to talk about. And when they thought of new shit to talk about, it wasn't worth talking about it. And over time, it just got worse and worse and worse. And it overstayed its welcome. And then you had a beloved character that overstayed his welcome, unfortunately. And you gave him one of the worst endings in TV show history. And that would go on to be talked about for 10 years, 10-ish years. I don't remember what year Dexter ended, because I watched it after it originally aired. But a long time, a long time. And then we find out that Dexter's not really dead. It's back with Dexter New Blood to rewrite the ending of the show that has had so much controversy for so long. And I was so fucking hyped for Dexter New Blood, let me tell you. And I was someone who watched the show after it came out. So, I waited a while. It was 6-7 years after the fact, I think. I finished it in high school. Dexter New Blood came out whenever I was a senior in college or a junior in college. So a year or two, right? It came out 2 or 3 years ago, I think. So I was a junior, I believe, in college. And, Dexter, we found out that Dexter's got a whole new life. Michael C. Hall's back. Love that, because if you're doing Dexter without Michael C. Hall, who knows how that's going to go. Dexter Original Sin, we'll get to you in a second. It takes place in New York. Instead of warm, hot, bright, shiny Miami, it's dull, gray, gross, snowy New York. And Dexter's just in a different element. And that's incredible. That's so interesting to see. In the first episode, I was like, this is great. I mean, this is really good. And the second episode, I was like, this is still pretty good. And the third episode, I was like, all right, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm having fun with this. And then the fourth one, I was like, I think I'm still having fun. And the fifth one, I'm like, I'm pretty sure. We're taking a little bit here, but I'm pretty sure I'm having fun still. And then by the end of it, right, by the second to last episode, I was like, okay, it's slow as fuck, but we finally took the time to, oh my God, not nearly enough time. The ending of the show is rushed as fuck. To get to the crescendo, Batista's on his way, Dexter's caught, Harrison's out there being fucking annoying, as he was the whole fucking show, highly annoying. Easily I just stained his character. But Dexter does what he never has done ever. And he kills Logan, the cop. He kills an innocent person. That's fucking unbelievable. And then he escapes, and then Harrison kills him. He just switches his ideologies and gives us, again, one of the worst endings you possibly could have done. And they fucked it up twice. So they fucked it up once with the original Dexter show, and then they fucked it up twice with the second Dexter show. The only difference is that Dexter is dead as fuck now. And they tried to do it as definitively as possible because Harrison shoots Dexter square in the heart. Fuck right in the heart. Normally whenever you you do a shot and you're not sure if you want to kill your main character, you might put it over here, you might put it in the chest a little bit, maybe the stomach. They fucking heart shot him. That's like a sign from the director or the filmmaker or whatever you're doing that, oh yeah, I mean, he's not coming back. He's dead as fuck. But alas, Dexter still is not dead. Both the character and the show, because Dexter New Blood apparently made enough money where they decided that now we're going to keep him around. And that is just unbelievable to me. Not only did they announce Dexter Original Sin, which this sounds in line with everything. I mean, this like they're trying to get this Showtime thing going, and this checks out to me that they would announce a Dexter show without Michael C. Hall, which was Original Sin, even though we've already seen a lot of Dexter's prequel stuff. And then mic drop moment, they announced that Dexter's coming back. He's alive. Dexter Resurrection with starring Michael C. Hall. And Michael C. Hall does an interview that this is a direct continuation of New Blood. So Dexter's alive. And then the trailer for Original Sin came out, and Dexter was on a hospital operating table, and he's alive. And Original Sin is kind of like his life flashing before his eyes in a way, or him having flashbacks in his head. So they fucked it up once, fucked it up twice, and now they're going to run it back for a third time for Dexter Resurrection. And my gullible dumbass who keeps watching the show will watch this one as well. So let's briefly talk about this for a second. Dexter New Blood in idea and ideology, I really like the idea of Dexter being out of his element in a snowy New York. Harrison showing up kind of made sense. But deciding to wrap up and give Dexter a proper ending is a little hard and complicated to do whenever you're trying to wrap up so much and get so much done in one season, really. Because if you're going to do this ending properly, you have to not only show the Miami Metro people like Angel Batista, Masuka, and Quinn, you actually have to have them interact with Dexter, you fucking dumbasses. I mean, use your head. Oh my god. I only say that today because they just announced that Angel will be in the show full time and Harrison will be in the show full time. That little fucking degenerate. But Dexter New Blood, while it was a good idea and I thought it started off great, just absolutely fell on its head in execution. And even if you wanted to say that this was you were hell-bent on this being a one-season thing, you could have done it. You really could have. And most people aren't mad at Dexter New Blood because Dexter died. It's kind of the same thing with the Joel thing. That character dying is probably the only way that ends. And it makes a lot of sense. It's just the fucking execution and the failure and the tone deafness that I just don't understand. Dexter New Blood, you want to wrap it up in one season. I was going to say earlier that I believed if this show made enough money and ended the right way and kept fans happy that they wouldn't keep going. But that's just wrong. They would have kept going with Harrison, and they probably would have brought Michael C. Hall back as the dark passenger, or the voice in Harrison's head. But it not only didn't make enough money, but everybody hated it. And nobody was going to watch a Harrison show because everybody hated it because they wrote, the writing of Harrison was so fucking bad. And now, not only in Dexter Resurrection do they have the impossible task of trying to write an ending for Dexter for a third fucking time, but they also have to hit the plot points that now people are mad about in New Blood, and that is fix whatever's going on with Harrison, who is just terrible. I hate that character so fucking much. He's just a whiny bitch who's never fucking happy. I understand it. He's mad at his dad. I get it. But why did he have to they had the same conversation argument every fucking episode. It got so fucking exhausting. And so not only do they have to fix the ending for Michael C. Hall's Dexter, they also have to fix the character of Harrison, and they also have to get Angel and Dexter together. So really, Dexter Resurrection, in its own right, is just a continuation of Dexter New Blood, but they're not calling it Dexter New Blood Season 2 because I guess the negative connotations around Dexter New Blood, maybe? It's so remarkable to me how this never happens. Like a show failing makes sense. From a writing standpoint and overstaying its welcome, that happens to so many fucking shows. It's one of the most disturbing, annoying things to watch as a fan. But on top of that, like, not only did they overstay their welcome, fail the original ending, which is not new, they brought the show back to redo it or retry it and fix the ending. That just never happens. And then they fucked it up again. And now they're going to try and do it again. And what are the chances they're going to fuck it up this time? Dexter Resurrection is a very, like, if you want to somehow find a way to do Dexter Resurrection to make it interesting and intriguing, you make this fucking thing like 2 seasons. You don't rush yourself at the finish line, you bunch of morons, because you're going to give yourself a cramp. You have the first season where Angel comes in and Quinn comes in and fucking Masuka comes in, and this should just be he killed a cop, so he's probably got to be on the run. Like, that's the only way that this can go. Like, this has to be a big Miami Metro manhunt, which is really how the original Dexter should have ended. And this can end with either him getting caught and going to jail and get in the chair. He can die in the manhunt, like he dies in some shootout. You could do a season 2, and the whole season 2 is about the trial, and Dexter's in jail. I don't know how much longevity you would get out of that, but, I think that sounds somewhat interesting. And at the end of that, he either gets the chair. I mean, really, there's no way that you can finish the show without Michael C. Hall getting killed, or Dexter getting killed. Like, you just can't do it. It would be impossible. Because you have to end this character, and he's got to get his comeuppance at some point. I've also seen people float around ideas that you do like a manhunt and a trial, and then after the trial, he becomes like an FBI informant to catch serial killers. I don't know how responsive people will be to that. That sounds like people won't fuck with that very much. I would not mind just seeing it in practice. Or not, I wouldn't mind seeing it. But I think in practice that I don't know if there's any way to do that and make it good. Because that's just, that's just extending this never-ending fucking thing. Honestly. And it's not like I want the show to end. I really, I want it to end because I'm frustrated with it. And I don't want to be burned again. That's why. I don't want to give these people more money because they keep fucking this thing up. But I do love me some Dexter. I can't lie. We love that character. So I would probably make it be 2 seasons, in my opinion. I would do the first season be the manhunt, and the second season be the trial. And I would probably electric chair him, or something along those lines. I don't know. I've also seen maybe he gets out on a technicality and Quinn comes after him, or Angel comes after him, whatever it is. I don't see an ending where Dexter lives. You probably gotta kill him properly. You probably gotta kill him properly this time. And I think that jail time in the chair is the way that you do it now. I would have, again, in practice, I would have probably shot him in a manhunt, but we already shot him, so I don't know. But yeah, anyways, I'm watching Dexter Original Sin, which is about his memories, and it's without Michael C. Hall. It's alright. I mean, I think that it's cast, if I can give it any credit at all, it's casted pretty well. And I think that it's a good, fun, nostalgic feeling to be back in Miami Metro and Miami in general. Which I also think Dexter Resurrection should try to find a way to get back. Maybe the manhunt takes him back to Miami. I don't know. But Dexter refuses to die. So, do you like Dexter? Let me know in the comments below. I kind of fuck with it for the most part. Now that I'm thinking about it, is it fair to say that the majority of Dexter that's been released I don't fuck with? Fuck with season 1, fuck with season 2, fuck with season 3, fuck with season 4. Season 5 was alright. Season 6 wasn't great. Season 7 was bad, and season 8 was bad. Or was season 7 alright? I can't remember. Season 8 was terrible, I remember that. And I think season 6 was bad too. But like that whole back half is pretty mediocre. If not mediocre, then bad. And then Dexter New Blood, the back half of that is bad. So, it's 50-50. It's weird. It's like a coin toss. This fucking thing can go either way. You know? But yeah, Dexter Resurrection. What do you think of it? Think you're gonna like it? I don't know. Leave your opinions in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace, love, adios, goodbye.